Today, guys, what I wanted to just talk about is how you can get a good motorcycle or car, but in this case, a motorcycle for a very good price. That's going to be dependable. It's going to last you a long time. Test subject. Here is the 2002 DRZ 400 by Suzuki, and I got this bike, maybe a few weeks ago now, right? And I bought it with 6,700 miles on it. Okay. So here's the whole layout of what I did. I bought the bike. It's very clean, as you can see. I asked the guy, I said, how many owners are there? Okay. Now let me go into that. Why how many owners? Well, guys, when you have so many different owners with bikes and cars too, it just gets a little sketchy when you hear someone say, oh yeah, I'm the 5th owner of this bike, or 6th, or fill in the blank. That's, to me, just a red flag in itself, because why would people keep swapping this bike for more and more stuff? You don't find, I know there's people who just like to flip bikes or like to get new stuff and trade it for new things, but you shouldn't have that in 4 or 5 owners or 6 owners. Usually if it's a good bike, someone wants to hold on to that. Which also brings me to my next point is, should you get a bike that has everything done to it already and you're good to go? That's kind of one of those things where it's hard to say what is really good, because having a few goodies on your bike, that's awesome. That's stuff that you don't have to pay for, that doesn't rise the value to where sellers can say, oh, well, I put on handguards, or I put on, this skid plate, so that bumps it up $200. No, that doesn't work that way. So when you find little nuances like that, like I actually got these aftermarket, but when you find like a $125 skid plate, and let's say it did have handguards already done to it, or a new exhaust system, stuff like that is cool to have, because it's something you're eventually going to do, obviously, and you don't really want to have to pay for it, but it doesn't hit you in your wallet, because them putting that into the bike doesn't exactly raise up the value. The things I would say to stay away from is when people do like big bore kits, and when people mod the shit out of their bikes with the computer and everything. I've seen some really funky setups with computers, and I'm like, dude, I don't even know what this guy did to all the electrical stuff. And I just think when all that stuff is tampered with and it's not OEM, anything that you go away from with OEM, typically, not always, but typically, I feel like it's gonna take off a few notches on its dependability. Just like when people do big bore kits. So what is a big bore kit, The bike's 400 cc's or 398 if you want to be exact. Now when they do these big bore kits, they make it so a larger piston can fit in the head. So in doing that, they basically mill it out a little bit wider so it can fit a bigger piston, so you have more power. But with that, guys, now you have thinner walls within the cylinder, and now you have to do more and more regular maintenance, where instead of doing your oil every maybe 1,500 to 2,000 if you're using synthetic oil, now it's knocked down to 1,000 or maybe even a little bit less. And I don't like that. I don't like when people do that kind of work to their bikes and they sell it, and it's like, okay, I don't know who did this. If they have a receipt, awesome. But still, I just don't want more maintenance. I want to do all the things I want to do on my own. Which is why I got a stock bike. Stock bikes are hard to find. People tamper with these bikes all day and night. They add so many unnecessary things, so many ugly things in my opinion, where they have 3 different colors on the fairings, and so just mix match lights. Lights don't work, or they get new computers and they have part of the old stuff with the new stuff. It just looks funky. I don't like that. Look, I would say as a general rule, bite the bullet. Look for a stock bike, something that you can work on yourself and actually put time in to where you get it to exactly where you want it to be. Because I will tell you, with my truck, I bought that thing so stock, and I did so many things to it to where I appreciate it so much now, because I had to save up. I did everything to it. I installed everything to it, so I had to do all the wiring. All that stuff makes it so much more rewarding to have all these things on a bike. Just doing the the protectors or the handguards, it's like, it just adds value to it in your own mind. And so when I do performance mods, or when I do, you know, anything with the suspension or the computer or the mirrors, all these little things add up, and it just makes it more of a personal vehicle to yourself that you have more value in, to yourself personally. So now guys, you know, with knowing what to ask with owners, with service records, what to look out for between aftermarket bikes and stock bikes, let's go into where do we find these bikes? You know, where did I find this bike? I found this bike on Craigslist, and I found it from a private seller. Now, there were so many bikes beforehand that I found where I was like, hey, you know what, that was a good deal, but I could hold off. And I'm glad I did, honestly, because finding such a clean bike for such a low price is very hard, because there are people looking all the time, guys. People don't really think this, but it's true. People are looking for these high-in-demand bikes because everyone loves the Suzuki DRZ 400. And I know that there's the competition out there, everyone's looking every day. Every time some good deal comes up that's worth looking at, it's gone. It's gone within a week. And that's why the other bikes that you see up, you're like, wow, this thing's been up for like a month. I wonder what's the deal with it. That's usually a good sign that maybe people have shown up to that and they're like, yeah, this isn't worth it, or yeah, no, definitely not like the description. So with Craigslist, guys, you know, you need to be smart with it, where I would look every single day because I'm just obsessed that way. You know, I want a bike, I'm gonna get a bike. I'm gonna figure out a way to get a bike. So do your research in whatever bike you wanna get. Figure out how high in demand they are. Use resources like Kelley Blue Book and stuff like that for negotiating purposes. And make sure that when you do these deals, you bring someone who's a good second opinion, a good third-party perspective to where they can be rational about things and say, hey, you know, I know you really want this, but let's not rationalize it and try to get a bike that you don't actually want or that you're not actually in love with, that you just want to get just to get. Because it's true. It sometimes happens where people just want a bike and they go out and get a bike, but it's not exactly what they want because they just said, oh, I want a bike right now. You know, I need a bike right now. And you know, to a degree, people will say I did the same thing because I've been looking for so long, I've been wanting a bike for so long, and I knew what I wanted, that once all the stars aligned with this bike, dude, I pulled the trigger so fast. The person who sold me this bike had 13 emails in one day after me hitting him up and saying, hey, I told him, I said, hey, I want to check out your bike. If you don't mind giving me a call, I'm at 714 fill in the blank. I really appreciate that. My name's Christian. The guy called me and he said, hey, you were the first guy to get to me. I posted this thing an hour ago. And I was like, yeah, I know, because I've been on it with this. I've been looking for this for so long. So I eventually made it to his house and it was exactly as described. The dude had a perfect reason to sell, which is also a good point. Ask why they're selling. Why are you selling this bike? Is this a bike you dailied every day? Or is this a bike where, maybe it was babied and it was a toy and they just need to get rid of it? That was exactly this case, guys. This dude had so many toys, and I'm not gonna go into detail, but he had so many toys, and he was like, yeah, dude, I just dropped the price because I just want to sell it as soon as possible. I don't like people coming to my house. I don't like dealing with this. I said, hey, dude, that's totally fine because I'm getting a hell of a deal. So I feel like I hit a home run with this bike, man. And I'll do a quick walk around, even though I have a video for it. Dude, as you can see, man, this thing rocks. It is so prime with how it looks. I love the yellow color scheme, honestly. Some people like the blue DRZ 400S, but man, I really, really like the yellow color scheme, honestly. He said some head work was done, which is why there's a little bit of different coloring there. But yeah, with that, guys, I think that's gonna wrap it up. Where when you guys buy a used bike, make sure to ask all these key questions. Make sure to ask how many owners are there, which one, which current owner are you, right? and then we want to ask, okay, well, let's look at the miles. Now, miles are honestly, they're kind of irrelevant in a way where, obviously, I'm not saying go and get a 50,000 mile bike or a 75,000 mile bike and it'll be fine. I'm just saying that a bike that has 1,500 miles on it that was just sitting, and a bike that has 15,000 miles that was ridden and well taken care of, I'll take the 15,000 mile bike any day. Because you know what, at the end of the day, I know that the way engines operate is that they want to be ran. And for a bike to sit like that, that's just not healthy to me. I just don't like that. So thanks for watching this video, guys. I appreciate it. Go ahead and mash that subscribe button if you guys like this content. I'm definitely gonna get some on-bike vlogs. Sorry for that camera drop. I'm definitely gonna get some on-the-bike vlogs. I'm just waiting for a GoPro mount. My buddy got me this GoPro mount, and it's supposed to, here, I'll show you. What it's gonna do basically is it's gonna make it so I can put a mount right here, and then the arm comes out to where the GoPro's right in front of my face like that. That's all I'm waiting on, guys. Other than that, I have a complete motovlog setup. I'm gonna do some videos on how I'm gonna set it up, and I'll do a more in-depth video on that. But yeah, like I said, if you guys don't mind subscribing, I'd really appreciate that. If you can throw a like my way, that'd be great, man. All right, thanks, guys.